Welcome, heroes, villains, and those in between. I'm PRP Historian, and in this video, I'll be covering What Was Lost, Part 1 of the Savior of Atlas Park story arc. I hope you enjoy the video. The story begins with Matthew Habashi, an agent working for the FBSA and a survivor of the Galaxy City invasion. After relocating to Atlas Park, he was promoted from desk jockey to field agent working alongside heroes, as the FBSA needed someone with his expertise. His current situation has him dealing with the Hellions, but he doesn't have much support due to other events causing the PPD and the Freedom Phalanx being unavailable to help with smaller crimes. Matthew, seeking help, asks the hero if they can take down some Hellions in hopes it will deter crime in the area. The hero accepts and sets off into the streets of Atlas. After defeating a few Hellions, one of them threatens the hero, saying Galaxy City was the first target, and Atlas is next. The hero informs Matthew of what the Hellion said. This leads him to believe there's much more going on than just petty crimes. He insists the hero get in contact with Officer Nelson, as he might have more information on the Hellion's motives, considering he's been with the PPD longer than Matthew has been in Atlas Park. Upon speaking to Officer Nelson, he compliments the hero and Matthew for their attempts to deter crime in the area, but informs the hero Hellions are beginning to kidnap victims for reasons unknown. He also brings up Matthew's wife and how she had passed away in the Shivan invasion, saying he doesn't know the details and suggests the hero ask Matthew about it if they want to know more. Changing the subject, the hero asks if there's anything they can do to help. Officer Nelson suggests they head over to Prometheus Park and put a stop to the kidnappings, as he doesn't have the manpower to spare. The hero agrees to the task and sets out. Arriving at Prometheus Park, the hero encounters Hellions harassing civilians and immediately jumps into action to save them. The hero is approached by one of the rescued civilians and is told about a cavern beneath the park and how Hellions are stashing artifacts in it. The hero rushes to the entrance of the cavern. Upon entering, the voices of Hellions can be heard echoing throughout the passages of the cave. The hero makes her way into the tunnels, taking down a few Hellions along the way, and eventually comes across a strange object emitting dark magic. The hero inspects the item and notices a label on the side that reads, "Property of Magi." The hero immediately contacts Matthew, informing him of their findings. Matthew tells the hero the Magi Vault within Galaxy City was destroyed during the invasion, leaving powerful artifacts unsecured. This allowed gangs and criminal organizations to obtain them. With this information, it's now believed Hellions are using their kidnapped victims and these artifacts for something nefarious, but Matthew needs more information on what it could be. During the conversation, the hero asks how his wife had passed. Matthew assumes Officer Nelson had brought it up to the hero. He explains how he tried to save his wife by distracting the Shivans, hoping his efforts would give her enough time to make it to the evac location. Sadly, once he arrived, she wasn't there, and the longbow agents on the scene informed him there was no more survivors. After explaining what had happened, Matthew asked the hero to find more information about the missing people and the artifacts. He says witnesses stated they had seen Hellions in a tunnel where crates of unknown origin were being delivered. Matthew suggests taking down a Hellion informant and using a disguise to enter the Hellion's hideout within the tunnel. The hero arrives at the location reported by the witnesses and is greeted with gunfire from the Hellions. After taking down the informant and their lackey, the hero does their best to look the part and enters the hideout. Going unnoticed, the hero stumbles upon a box containing documents regarding the Ritual of Souls. This ritual requires 4 pure souls to summon a demon that will cause chaos and destruction within Atlas. The hero takes the document, escapes the hideout, and contacts Matthew to inform him of the summoning ritual. Matthew thanks the hero for their hard work and points out that the document not only had information regarding the ritual, but it also states a location of where the ritual will be held. The hero rushes to the ritual site and prepares themselves, believing this will be the fight that will determine the fate of Atlas Park. Once inside, it becomes an all-out battle in the smoke of a burning building as the hero searches for the civilians. Upon reaching the top floor, the hero confronts Cinderburn, who is performing the Ritual of Souls, and swiftly defeats him and his crew, making sure to disrupt the summoning. As the civilians escape the building, the hero notices a nearby computer as a woman's voice can be heard shouting for help. The hero interacts with the computer, informing the woman they are there to help. The woman sounds relieved and says her name is Dana Habashi. The hero is shocked to hear the name and asks if it's possible she's Matthew's wife. A spark of hope can be heard in Dana's voice as she hears her husband's name, meaning he made it out of the invasion safely. The hero connects her communicator to the computer and radios in Matthew Habashi. Dana informs Matthew of her situation, explaining she and others from Galaxy City have been kidnapped and that Arachnos are behind everything. They're funding gangs in Atlas Park in hopes of destabilizing it. As she's explaining what's going on, her captors burst into the room and detain her. The line disconnects, leaving the hero and Matthew helpless to save her once again. The hero leaves the ritual site and meets with Matthew to go over everything that happened. Matthew begins to blame himself for his wife's situation, but the hero reminds him that they just saved the city from Hellion summoning a demon to destroy Atlas, and that his wife is still alive, giving him another chance to save her and make everything right. He thanks the hero and says he will continue to track down Arachnos, but has nothing left for the hero to do until he obtains more information. He introduces Officer Fields and Sandra Costell, saying they're in need of help around Atlas, and believes the hero is perfect for the job. This ends part 1, and I will be continuing the story in the next video, where I'll be going over both Officer Fields and Sandra Costell. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see me cover certain content, you can leave a comment down below. This is PRP Historian, signing off.